Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree if you are new here, and in today's video I want to talk about my current favorite makeup products. I have been on a no buy and a low buy for the past like 2-ish years, so I don't think that there's anything new in this video. But this is just the makeup that I have been loving and reaching for a ton, and I want to talk about it. So if you guys want to hang out and see what makeup I have been obsessed with lately, then just keep on watching. Alright, as per usual, I'm just going to grab and go. I'm going to start out with this because it's going to roll away soon. This is actually the lipstick that I am wearing on my lips today, and that is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in Bare Affair. It's so comfy, it's hydrating, it's pretty, it's neutral, it's just everything that I want in a lipstick. I love it so much. It is one of my like just go-to. I don't even want to think about which lip product I'm putting on. I'm just going to grab Bare Affair and go. It matches damn near basically everything. I can pair it with a warm liner and it'll warm it up. I can pair it with cool lip liners and it'll cool it down. It's super easy to just kind of manipulate into how I want it to be. Like I said, hydrating, makes my lips look plump. Love it so much. This was in my not current monthly makeup basket, but the monthly makeup basket before that. And so obviously I was using it a ton, but I love this so much. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Blush in the shade Nectarine. It is such a stunning peach blush. It blends like a dream. It's not too crazy, it's not too pigmented. It's just such a gorgeous blush. I love it so much. And on the same vein, also obsessed with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. I can't get over the fact that this cream bronzer just blends itself. I am currently wearing it on my forehead today, and literally 2 seconds with a velour puff and it's blended. It's just literally absolutely perfect. This is kind of a more recent addition to my collection. It is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Mighty Morphin. It's not new, but it's new-ish to me. It is such a beautiful, just like light-toned, glittery, glossy, shiny Super Shock Shadow. Just works out so beautifully with so many different eyeshadow colors. Just really makes it pop. I love that it's just kind of, if you really spread it out, has that like kind of ethereal, just like sheer glittery vibe, but you can build it up to have like a really high impact. It's stunning. The Nabla Skin Glazing Highlight. So I have two. I have Truth and Privilege. Truth I use more as a blush topper, and then Privilege as a highlight. But these are just, they're so thin and lightweight, and they're not cakey. You know how sometimes highlights can like really accentuate texture? These don't do that at all. They're just beautiful, got a gorgeous glow to them, just enough pigment to really pop, but like just the colors are so good too. And I still am obsessed with the packaging. I don't know what it is about this like pinky clear plastic packaging, but I think it's so cute. The Milani Baked Highlight in Dolce. I'm currently wearing this also on my forehead. I set down the ABH bronzer with this, but this is such a stunning bronzer. Also, it has lasted me so long, but it is thin. It's got a little bit of a glow to it. It just applies so beautifully. It puts down just enough pigment that it's not like overwhelming. It just blends easily into whatever I'm putting on top of it, putting it on top of, and also just like blends seamlessly into the other powders on my face so it doesn't create any weird lines. It's just perfect. And on the same vein, the blush that I'm wearing on my cheeks today is the LA Girl Just Blushing Blush in Just Natural. I have talked this blush to death on my channel. It is the most perfect, and now broken, but that's okay. It is the most perfect sheer wash of color that kind of almost blurs the skin a little bit. It doesn't, it's not thick. It just kind of adds a little bit of color without accentuating any texture, and just beautiful. Again, talked it to death. Literally just broke it, but that's totally fine. I still love it. Can I close it? Okay, if you have been a longtime viewer of mine, this may surprise you, but I lately have been obsessed with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder and the Morphe Bacon Set Powders. I have translucent and then like the pinky brightening shade. If you remember, there was a period of time where I only set my face with loose powders, and then one day I was just like, I hate the way that this looks on my skin. I despise it. I am changing. And I started only setting my face with powder foundations, and then kind of randomly one day I was just like, I want to try them again. I want to, you know, I apply my makeup differently now than I did before, and I just want to try something else out. So I picked these up and I have been obsessed with them ever since. I use this on this part of my face right here to set down my cheeks and also set down my cream blush. Use these ones underneath my eyes. I apply this one with a brush, and then I apply these with my velour puff, and I just make sure to tap off the excess, and I just press it underneath my eyes, and it does the most beautiful job at just blurring out my under eyes and setting them without being like too overwhelming. And on the topic of base, my go-to perfect base combo has been the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation, and then for concealer, the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. All of those together just make such a beautiful, beautiful, smooth but hydrated, covered but not cakey, just perfect base. I have been loving this foundation so much recently. The other stuff I've talked about 87,000 times, so I don't really need to get into it that much, but just wanted to just shout out my like go-to base lately. My hair is looking crazy. I have also just recently been obsessed with the ColourPop Lippy Pencils, specifically in BFF and then BFF 3 to kind of contour my lips a little bit. They're so creamy, they're so easy to apply, they last really well throughout the day even though they're super creamy to apply. I love to just like fill in my lips with this, use it as a lip liner, top it off with a lipstick, just beautiful combo. Alright, this is a throwback and not even like purchasable anymore, but the Nicole Guerrero ABH Glow Kit. I am still obsessed with this. You can obviously tell which color I love the most, and don't get me wrong, I have one more backup sitting in my closet, but I'm waiting to kind of use up a little bit more of this before I dive back into Daydream. Also, it's my very last backup, and so I'm gonna be very sad when it's gone, but this is just, it's so stunning. It can be on the heavier side, and it's definitely kind of the more old school, heavier, thicker highlight formula, but it's just so pretty and so good, and sometimes I just want a fuck ton of highlight on, you know? This is actually also newer to my collection. This is the e.l.f. Expert Liquid Eyeliner. So, here's what happened. I, for years and years and years, used to use NYX Epic Ink Liner. It's in the pen form with the brush tip. And I also used the Physicians Formula waterproof eyeliner, the one that's got the little water droplets and the silver pen, whatever the fuck its name is. NYX is not a BDS safe brand. Physicians Formula is, but NYX is not a BDS safe brand. I had one NYX and one Physicians Formula eyeliner in my backup drawer. What I think happened is that, you know, every once in a while I would see one on sale, or I'd have a good coupon and I'd be like, hey, let me grab one of those while I'm thinking about it. And I think just as time went on, newer ones got put on top of older ones, and I would unintentionally be grabbing the newer ones out of my backup drawers, and the older one would just stay in the backup drawer and just keep getting older. My house also gets very, very, very hot in the summer, and I went to go pull out my last NYX Epic ink to use it. I had already decided I was not purchasing from NYX anymore, but I wasn't going to throw away perfectly good makeup that I already owned. And I used it for like 3 days, and I was just like, what's going on here? I could not get through one eye of eyeliner before the pen would run out of ink, and I would have to like put the cap back on and shake it a ton just to be able to finish one eye. And most of the time I couldn't even get both of them done. Like, it was coming out gray, it was thin, it was streaky. And I was like, okay, maybe this one was just a dud, or maybe it's old, dried out, whatever, I don't know. Let me grab the Physicians Formula one. It was a little bit better, but it was still kind of the same issue. And it was almost kind of to the point where I would do one eye with NYX and one eye with Physicians Formula, and that was like the only way that I could get it to work. It was very, very, very strange. And eventually it got to the point, like a month in with the NYX one, where I was just like, I'm throwing this away. I cannot do this anymore. And I had actually pulled out my About Face matte fluid eye paint in the black one, and I was using like liner brushes, and I was using that to do my liner because both of those pens were just not working. And so I started doing some research, and this had really good reviews. It was like a 2-pack for like $6, and I was like, what a steal. I used to use the like Inkwell style a long time ago, and I just kind of stopped because, like, let's be honest here, the brush does pull out quite a bit when you first take it out of the Inkwell, and it can be a little bit intimidating. And like, don't get me wrong, when I switched over to this, it did take me probably like 2 or 3 weeks to really nail down the application with it, because it's a different weight in the hand, it's a lot smaller in the hand, like it's picking up a lot more, it's, you know, you're having to dip back in rather than the pen just fluidly giving you eyeliner. Like, it took a little bit of a learning curve, don't get me wrong, but I'm there now and I'm obsessed. It is budge proof, it's black, it's just so easy to work with. And I also love that, you know, if I want to, I can take a really fine point liner pen or not liner pen, liner brush, or angled liner brush, and be able to dip it into the ink and do like my inner corner or something like that. Like, I can wipe off most of the liner on here and have just the tiniest amount to just do a little bit of detail work or something like that. I like am fully on board with this now, and the bright side is that I'm pretty sure that it's not going to dry out because it's all in, like, it's all together in the little inkwell, you know? So love that. And then last but very not least, this is currently in my monthly makeup basket, the ABH Norvina Volume 5 palette. I honestly was kind of obsessing over it prior to my monthly makeup basket, which may have been part of the reason why I decided to put it in my monthly makeup basket, but it's just so pretty. Like, it's so pretty, and I love all of the different textures and finishes, and the shimmer formulas, even throughout the different types, are so beautiful and so impactful, and the mattes are so easy to blend while being simultaneously so insanely pigmented. It's just beautiful. I love it so much, and this is also gorgeous packaging, even though it's fucking filthy, but I love it. And that's going to wrap up my current favorites. Comment down below and let me know a current favorite makeup product of yours. I would love to hear all about it. Please subscribe if you have not already. It would mean the world to me. Like this video, ring the bell, do all the things. I hope that you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!